Hello guys, welcome back to another video. The focus of this video is the Kelvinator K605. I'm going to be taking the machine apart. So, to make a long story short, the Kelvinator was giving me an interesting laundry problem. It was leaving an oil stain on some of our clothes. The problem was consistent and did not go away, and it even prevailed after I soaked the tub overnight with Vanish. So I could like take it apart and repair it. I don't know, but maybe there's a bad seal in it or something. But I mean, the machine is sort of already on its last legs, so it has a few quirks during the spin. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to take it apart and I'll use it for parts for when I have another one that comes in and I can fix it then. I've only taken apart 3 of these machines, so this is not a tutorial video. You're simply joining me as I take it apart. So, without further delay, there's already step 1 done. Just take the lid of the machine off. Come to the back here. There are 3 Phillips screws. You can get undone with a Phillips screwdriver. Flip this way, and we've gained access to the internals. So I determined that if you pull back on this tab here, this cover will pop off. And what I'm going to do is disconnect the control panel wire and what's this? The water valve wire apparently, and we're going to own the capacitor. This capacitor is functional, so we'll take this for a part. And then we'll feed it through here, and then this top will come off. Capacitor. I'm not sure if I want to keep the control panel. It has a broken button, so we'll see about that one. I'll keep it for now, but I might just end up throwing it away later. I don't know where this blue wire leads to, but it's getting in my way, so I'm just going to cut it. Come back in with our Phillips screwdriver and start getting these undone. Alright, and that can come out now. You gotta get this guy off. I don't know why they do this, it's kind of inconvenient. It must be like a safety precaution. But yeah, you have to get at the back if you want to even like lift the top up on an angle. Okay, now. Pressure tube. Earth wire. Alright, wow. So this is inside of the machine once you got the top off. I also removed the cover. I just sort of ripped it out, but what I will do now is get the suspension rods out. Now if you haven't noticed already, the way the suspension rods were designed, it's tricky. You have to, you can't just lift it up and you know, unhinge it. What you have to do is lift the suspension rod, push down the white thing there, and take this guy off. And then it goes through the hole, and no, you can't even slide it out yet. So it's a tricky design, but yeah, it's a tricky design. This last one's always the trickiest. You have to take the weight of the tub with one hand and somehow Alright, what I've done here is I've tipped the machine onto its front. We can now do away with our rods. My camera didn't record it, but when I disconnected the tub to pump hose from the pump, and then I also disconnected the pump wires because, you know, we have all the wires here. I then pulled out the whole unit from the frame, and it's here now. So yeah, and there's our suspension rods. This is the pump. Whoops, that was a mistake. Didn't mean to do that. Just got all over the floor, but anyways, that's that. More. So underneath the machine, this is how one of these Simpson made washers works. You got the 1-speed reversible induction motor here. On the larger variants there was a bigger motor, I believe, but for these smaller 5 kg machines the motor is smaller. So the way it works is you've got this pulley system. We've got a belt here that drives it into another pulley, which is connected to the transmission, which is in here. Well, it's below the plate, underneath that bearing, I believe it is. And in order to get the machine spinning, there's this brake releaser here. What it does is when it wants to spin, there's power that comes to this. It pulls back on this spring thing. See if I can do it with my hand. See that? And it releases it so that it can do its spin. But then when it wants to agitate, it snaps back into place. That's why it likes to bang whenever it stops, because when it lets go properly. And then you got agitation. So that's agitation, and don't think I can spin it, no. But I think this plastic gear thing will spin when it all wants to spin. So that's how it works. And then there's the pump as well. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna pull back on the belt. And the idea here is to get it like that, see? Out of the gap, turn it, and then it comes loose. And we got another spare part. It's a belt. Works well. Alright, that's where I call it. I've taken apart as much as I want to. But if you were to take, if you were to take the tub out, what you would do is get into the screw at the bottom. I believe it's a 10 screw. If you get one that's long enough to reach down in here, you can take the agitator off, and you'll be greeted with 2 screws kind of in the side of the inner tub. And what you need to do is from an angle get those out, and then you can pull the tub out. Sometimes though it's sketchy because you have to get it out with an Allen key, and because of all the gunk that gets in them, sometimes they're not good for, they're very seized in place and they can strip very easily. So otherwise everything is pretty straightforward. That's what I was able to do in this video. What did I get? I got a pump, some suspension rods, a capacitor, a belt, maybe a control panel, a motor, I call it a brake releaser. I think that might actually be it. I don't plan on keeping anything else. The tub, the cabinet, and yeah, basically everything I'm not keeping, that's going to the dump. And yeah, if I ever get a spare one of these machines in again, which hopefully I will, because I really like these machines, I'll have the spare parts to fix them. So there you go. Feel free to leave me a comment and like, subscribe. Thank you for this. Thank you for all your support. And yeah, I'll see you in the next repair video. Bye.